Stoicism is about being who you are meant to be through tough obstacles and trials, which literally translates to
suffering is a fact of life. And if you look at suffering the right way, it's a great tool to callous your mind. If you look at it as suffering, woe is me, this is bullshit, God, kicking rocks. If you look at it like, okay, motherfucker, you're testing me now. I get it. Whenever I'm being like depressed, I go through depressed moments, I go, oh, hang on. I'm getting tested.
the obstacle becomes the way in life, which literally means it is by overcoming these challenges that make us who we are. And think about the last challenge you endured. How good did you feel after doing it? Pretty good, right? It's because it is our duty as human beings to overcome these sufferings and pain in order to become who we're meant to be in life. Life will inevitably cause you death, loss, illness, pain, suffering, anything you can think about. Forget about death for a second. Remember the last time someone cut you off on the road? Remember how those 2 seconds ruined your day, got you very angry? Well, Stoicism is about letting those type of things go, because it's through these unnecessary pains that make us have weak minds. So, how do we have or develop strong minds? Simple. Voluntary discomfort, putting yourself in uncomfortable situations even when you don't feel like it. One way is by submerging in an ice-cold bath. I used to not be able to do this 3 years ago. Now, I do this once a week and I take a cold shower every day. Every day I like to suffer this way to remind myself that my pain is temporary. This is what you have to do to build a callous mind. This doesn't happen overnight. This happens through many different trials of challenges. Principle number 2, the dichotomy of control. There are some things in our control and there are some things that are outside of our control. The only thing that we have control over are 1, our thoughts, and 2, our actions. What does this mean? Think about it like this. Imagine you plan to go camping outside this weekend. You get super excited, so you go and pack your bags, get your tent and equipment, load up the car for the next day. Then you wake up and there's a thunderstorm that day. Is this something that you have control over? No, the weather isn't something we can just change whenever we want. And the Stoics would say it would be foolish to stress over something that we cannot do anything about. The same goes with someone cutting you off on the road or someone choosing to swear at you to provoke you. But you know what we do have control over? How we respond to these different situations. That person who swore at you, you can respond back with calmness and composure, and I'm sure that would surprise them and possibly make them more angry. The person who cut you off, you can choose to let it go because it already happened. Or the weather not being camp friendly that day, you can decide to reschedule it and use the day for something else you're putting off indoors. So that is the dichotomy of control, understanding that there are some things outside of your control and we should not be stressing over these things. And the only things that we could control is how we react to the situations and things that happen to us in our daily lives. Principle number 3, aligning yourself with nature. And no, I don't mean walking beside the forest, the trees, the plants, and the birds, even though that's really good for you. It means aligning yourself with the 4 cardinal virtues, which is courage, self-temperance, justice, and wisdom. Now, courage meaning you wake up every single day ready to face every challenge and adversity with stillness and bravery. Self-temperance, another fancy word for self-discipline. Waking up and knowing that you can face that discomfort every day, whether it's waking up early, taking a cold shower, exercising, eating healthy, going to work, raising your kids, whatever it is. Justice, meaning to be fair when you need to be, to treat others with kindness, patience, understanding, empathy, love, and most importantly, forgiveness. That is what justice means to live in a world such as today. Lastly, wisdom. Wisdom means to always seek knowledge throughout your entire life. There's no such thing as a guru, because I truly believe, and Stoicism will tell you this too, that you can learn from anyone, any experience, any interaction you have, whether they're lower age than you, older than you, whoever it is, you can learn from somebody in any interaction and experience you have. Congratulations, you are now a Stoic philosopher that understands that the obstacle always becomes the way in life. But it doesn't end here. Just because you understand the theory behind Stoicism doesn't mean you're actually practicing it. And that's what real Stoicism is. Doing it on a daily basis, waking up every day, even when you don't want to, and tackling the day at hand with a smile on your face, because that's what it means to be a human being.